Hello and welcome back to the Glow With Me podcast. I'm so excited to talk to you guys again today. I feel like I'm on a roll today. I got my new Muscle Republic activewear and I'm so excited. I got the white top with the cross back as well as the black one, and I got some berry colored things. So I'm really excited. I feel like that was a great start to my morning, going to Pilates in a new activewear set, and I cannot wait to talk about what we're going to talk about today. And the topic we're going to discuss today is so relevant because we're going into the new year. So I want you to stop limiting yourself and to start saying yes to things and try something new, because you never know what you may actually like when it comes to different ways you move, different ways you read or learn, and I cannot wait to just touch on this subject a little bit more with you guys. I hope you've had a great week and let's get into the podcast. First of all, if you are new here, thank you so much for listening to the Glow With Me podcast. My name is Steph and I want to help women and girls build healthier habits and become a better version of themselves, not by overhauling their entire life, but by becoming 1% better every single day, by making little habits actually stick in their routine and things that you can keep for the long term and actually feel happy from. So if you are new here, make sure you check out the Instagram Glow With Me podcast with a full stop between each word, and also my personal Instagram, Steph Nerese. And I cannot wait to get started on this subject and talk all things healthy habits with you guys. If you are listening on YouTube, please subscribe if you want to learn more. And if you're also listening on the podcast, I would really love if you guys left a 5-star review or shared it with any of your friends or families who may also want to listen to a podcast like this, because I want to make a difference in people's lives. I want you guys to be able to put these habits, these routines into your life and actually feel happier and healthier, because this is what I needed 5 years ago when I was so unsure of myself, when I had no confidence, when I didn't know how to show up for a routine in terms of the gym, when I didn't know how to show up in a routine in terms of my health, in terms of my mindset, in terms of my hobbies. But now I'm deciding to make those little small changes every single day and starting to see a difference in my happiness, in my health, in my wealth, and all those types of things. So I cannot wait to see that for you guys as well. So please share wherever you're listening to this podcast. If you're on your hot girl walk, if you're at home doing some chores around the house, if you're a homebody like me and you like to do it while you're doing all your laundry, then please tag the Instagram wherever you're listening to this. Before we get into the episode, we're of course going to go through some of my favorites. I've actually got them just behind me. So we're going to touch on beauty at the moment, because if you guys know, I'm going through a skin purge at the moment. I feel like my breakouts come and then they go. The inflammation is really high, so I'm really trying to make sure I take my supplements daily. And I've also learned that I should be adding more fish oils, because I forgot about my fish oils for a while, but that is going to really reduce the inflammation in my body. So along with supplements, along with looking at my nutrition, along with supporting my digestion, supporting my nervous system, doing workouts such as Pilates, walking a lot, I'm also looking at the skincare that I'm putting on my skin. So I've really been loving the Cicaplast Balm B5 by La Roche-Posay. Now I really love this. I feel like the next morning I wake up and my skin is so less red. The inflammation definitely goes down with me using this. Now it may not suit all skin types because it is quite a thicker cream, but I use it as like a very end. I use a really thin layer all over my skin, especially the spots where I'm more inflamed, which is along my cheek and my jaw. And I feel like I wake up the next day, my skin looks 100 times better than it did at nighttime. So I really recommend this. If you're also someone suffering with acne, you may have more of a dry skin like I do. This is really good for barrier repair. Another favorite that I have been loving is these acne patches. They're by COSRX, so COSRX. So they're the same brand that you may have seen, the snail mucin. That was really popular a couple years ago. I also have that, but I love these pimple patches. I literally feel like I can put them on. If my pimples are really inflamed, this will just take all of the gunk out of them. I don't pick up my pimples and I wake up the next morning feeling amazing. Or if you've got a no makeup day, popping these on at the start of the day literally makes a world of a difference. So I love these. And then my last beauty recommendation or favorite of the week is my Daisy Love perfume. I cannot go past any Marc Jacobs perfume. They are absolutely stunning. I love the smell of them. I am a fruity / floral kind of scent girl. I always go for something like this. So I used to love the Daisy so much, but now I really love the Daisy Love. I feel like it's a little bit sweeter, and I literally feel like it goes with anything. I also love their Wild and their Perfect perfumes. I feel like they literally all smell amazing, so I cannot wait to get my hands on a few more of them. But once this bad girl runs out, she is literally my ride or die for the meantime. Now, if you're new here, we like to do an intention of the week or an affirmation of the week, something that you can remind yourself, something that will, reflect on your mindset about how you're going to become 1% better every single day. So we're going to get into the intention affirmation of this week. And it is, whatever is meant for me won't pass me. It will find its way to me in divine timing. Embracing the slowness is allowed, as well as embracing the busy season is also allowed. Now, where I came up with this, it was just a compilation of all things that I've seen on Pinterest, and it is to remind you that what is meant for you won't pass you. You may think that you want this dream career, or that you want this, dream body, or you want this dream house. There are so many things that we all dream and desire to have. But what I'm reminding myself right now in this moment of time in my life is that what is meant for me will find me. And I know that whatever it is that I want to have, whatever it is that I desire to have, it will find its way to me in the right time. I do not need to rush things. I do not need to stress about it more. And you do not need to do these things. You do not need to rush it. You do not need to stress about it, because that is only going to put more inflammation on your body. It is only going to put more stress on yourself. It is only going to put more worry on yourself, when you could just believe that these things will come for you at the right time. Obviously, you need to be doing things that align you with that goal, with that desire. I 100% believe that taking action is what's going to get you closer there. So you may need to take action in accordance with the goals and desires that you have, but don't get worked up on the timing. Don't get so worked up, because the thing that you think may be meant for you, like this dream job that you see posted and then you don't get it, you may think, oh, well, it's over. I shouldn't even try again. No, you need to stop that kind of thinking, because there may be a better opportunity for you coming just down the road. Literally just turn your head and look, and there's another door opening for you. So I highly recommend and believe in that, and I want you to take this intention with you for the next week. Now, let's get into the episode and how I came to think of this episode for trying something new, stop limiting yourself, is because I was thinking about the books that I was reading. So the other day I was like, what can I talk about in my podcast this week? And I'm reading the ACOTAR series. Now, if you know and love these, let's connect, because I absolutely love them. And I was thinking to myself, literally a year and a half ago, I did not read at all. I was like, I'm not a fiction girly. I love non-fiction books. I love self-development books, and I still really do like that. But I find for my nervous system, I was just scrolling or I was watching Netflix, and sometimes self-development books take a lot more mental load for you to think about, and you feel like you need to apply them. And then if you're not applying them, why are you reading so many books, kind of thing. So I decided to start reading fiction books, and I thought, I don't know how I'm going to go reading fiction books. I don't know if I'm going to like this kind of thing. And I started reading fiction books, and I loved it. And I've read so many books since then, and I've slowly changed what I was reading. I love and feel like I need to give a shout out to the Colleen Hoover books, because that is what got me started reading again. And then I also started reading like my old books that I used to read when I was like 13, 14. And now I'm reading fantasy books, which if you asked me 6 months ago if I was going to read about dragons and fairies and magic, I would have been like, no way. That is not me. I'm into like romance novels, cutesy novels, and now I literally love it. I'm diversifying the things that I'm reading, and I'm absolutely loving it. So this is what got me onto the topic, because if you limit yourself to what you think you might like or think you won't like, then you are limiting yourself from what could be potential happiness, from what could be potential fulfillment, for what could be potential purpose. So your biggest breakthrough, your favorite music, your favorite exercises or hobby may be something that you thought would never be the case before. And I used to be so bad for this. I hated on trends. I thought my body's not going to look good in flares because I have quite bigger thighs. So I never wanted to buy a pair of flares for the longest time. And then once I actually tried them on, I thought that they were the most flattering type of legging on my body type, and I literally reach for them most days. They're literally my work pant now is a flared legging, which I cannot believe I was not onto this trend for so long, because I thought I wasn't gonna like it. Now that is just something physical, but I also thought I wouldn't read these fantasy books, and now they are my most favorite book at the moment, and what I'm going to start reading for who knows how long till I swap categories again. And I think right now I don't like thriller, maybe like a little murder mystery might be a bit scary, but who knows, that might be my next favorite book. So you need to stop limiting yourself to what you think you might like, to what you think you might not like, and start actually saying yes and trying new things, because it may broaden your horizon, and give you something new that excites you, that brings you happiness, that brings you joy, and all those types of things. I also used to say that I wanted to start a podcast for the probably last 3 years, and I wanted to be able to give back to other people. I wanted to be able to help you guys create healthier habits, because I had seen such a difference in my life from listening to podcasts. I had opened my eyes up to what was possible. I had, been on more walks because I used to listen to podcasts, so I felt healthier and happier. I got to learn more self-development other than just reading. So I felt like I wanted to do something where I could give back to you guys. And I didn't do it for the longest time because I thought I wasn't ready. I thought I didn't have any knowledge or wisdom or guidance to share with you. But I've decided that I do have some of that. And yes, it may be stuff that you can find all over the internet, and there are so many people that can help you, and the way that you find it is best for you. But if I could just be a little slice of happiness, if I could give you a little slice of confidence, if I could give you a little slice of tips and tricks to be able to become a better version of yourself and feel happier in yourself like I got to achieve from years ago of listening to podcasts, then I want to be able to give that to you. Even if that is just one person, even if that is just 5 people, even if that is just 10 people, that will mean so much to me. So that is why I started my podcast and why I want to continue it for you guys. Once you open your mind to new opportunities, new fun, new ways of learning, you could get exactly what you've been searching for this whole time instead of looking in different areas for it. You could find happiness, you could find purpose, you can find fulfillment in just trying new things that you didn't think that you would actually like before. And I talk about this in terms of books. I can also talk about this in terms of fitness. You may think that you are only a gym girly and that is what you love, or that you only like running, or that you only like Pilates. But if you maybe try something new, maybe it's swimming, maybe it's walking, maybe it is going to the gym and lifting heavy. Try something new. You may actually find that you fall in love with it. You may actually find that it gives you the results that you were looking for in the other type of exercise that you maybe didn't get. And it is okay to change. It is okay to be a Pilates princess once and then start changing and start going to the gym and lifting heavier. That is okay. You may also like to try something new in terms of self-development. That could be reading new books. It could be listening to new podcasts. It could be watching YouTube videos. It could be just taking a moment to journal for yourself once a month, once a week. It could be just sitting down and actually thinking to yourself what you're grateful for. It could be writing down every morning the 3 things you're grateful for. It can be these little tiny steps that you try something new and it could actually fit into your routine and actually make your life better. You could try something new in terms of your skills or your career. Maybe you're thinking that you want to be down this one lane, but you may end up enjoying something else. And in this particular job that you're in, you find that you want to be more creative, or you want to be more logical, or you want to do something that means you can work from home more, be a bit more flexible. It is okay to try new things if that is going to get you that end result. And if it means also trying something on the side of your jobs, that is okay to do. Try it, just say yes. Like, what's the worst that could happen? It doesn't work out and you go back to the job that you had before. That is literally the position that you're in right now. So why not actually make something out of the things that you desire and that you want to do? Maybe you need to try some new food. I feel like this is what, happened like 5-6 years ago when I met my husband. I would eat the same things every single week, and he really opened up my eyes to all the different types of beautiful foods out there. And now I eat like crudo, and I eat scallops, and I eat mushroom in absolutely everything when I hated it before. And these are just simple things, like just trying new foods, because you could find a new fruit, a new way of cooking something, a new recipe as something that now becomes your staple, now becomes your favorite, now is something that you enjoy. And you may have never thought that you enjoyed it before. Another thing that I recommend that you should try is making new friendships. If you are starting a new hobby such as pottery or Pilates or walking or volleyball, maybe start making new friends in these groups that are doing these things, because you may find that you have a lot more in common with them and that they align with the goals and who you are becoming. And this is not to say that you should cut out all your past friends, but if they are toxic, if they are not serving you, if they are bringing you down every time you see them, if they do not support your dreams and goals, then it is okay to slowly drift away. It is okay to set boundaries of when you see them and when you don't. If you are becoming a newer version of yourself, a better version of yourself, and these other people are bringing you down or being toxic or saying bad things about you. It is okay to start making new friendships with the people that are aligned with you, with people that are doing the same things as you. So it is okay to start making new friendships, and it can be scary, believe me, especially in your 20s, making new friendships, but it could be as easy as just asking someone to coffee. It could be as easy as asking someone for a walk. It could be as easy as asking someone to the movies. Like, there are so many different ways. If you know you have something in common with someone, ask them to do that thing that they enjoy as well, because then you've got something mutual to talk about. So I hope that that gave you some practical tips of how you can try something new, because you may actually surprise yourself with what you enjoy or what fulfillment it brings to you. And I really hope you enjoyed this podcast. So if you did, please leave a 5-star review if you're listening on Spotify, or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, or leave a comment below. And I would really love to connect with all of you, so make sure you check out the Instagrams. I'll pop them here on the screen for you, or below in the show notes if you're listening. And this is your reminder to take the leap to try something new. Don't limit yourself or put a box around who you are. You do not need to box yourself in. You do not need to fit into any molds. You are uniquely you, and what you like and what you dislike can change. It is not set in stone. You can change careers, you can change hobbies, you can change the exercises you do, you can change friendships, you can change so many things about yourself if you choose to do so, and if you want to do so, if you desire to do so. So don't just fit into molds that maybe you were in 5 years ago, or that you were in 2 years ago, or that you feel like you're stuck in right now. It is okay to change. It is okay to break out of these molds. It is okay to start doing new things. It can be scary, but you can do it. We are coming towards the end of 2025, and I don't want you to live with regrets from either what you did this year or maybe what you're going to do in 2026. So make sure you say yes to more things. Make sure you try new things if they are what you desire to try. Make sure you decide that you want to change and actually make that change happen. You never know what could be on the opposite side of change, and it could bring through some amazing breakthroughs, some amazing happiness, some amazing friendships, and I desire that for all of you. So if you enjoyed listening to this podcast, thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys again in the next one, but I hope you have a great day. Bye.